disinflation is still the big issue for us on a global basis.
Well, I think it's clearly still deflation, if at all, because simply I think, yeah, we had the weather effects, we had the draft, all of this is obviously now causing concerns about food price inflation worldwide. But I think we're very unlikely to see something similar that we had, for example, 2 years ago.
Well, I think inflation remains on a downtrend and could fall back below 2% before the end of the year, in line with the ECB's view.
Although some food prices will push higher, we think that the combination of global slowdown in Europe and elsewhere are sufficient to produce disinflation forces.
It's the sort of thing that we don't need in the current environment. You know, the world is going into a pretty difficult phase, and a rise in commodity prices and food prices is probably something that we need the least. And it's especially acute in Asia, where the basket of inflation there is made up more substantially by food prices. So we think there may be a knock-on effect in Asia.
You have these short-term impact of the prices of food. Now, of course, in some countries that will create some policy responses that may not be appropriate, having to do with interest rates, for example, or credit. And you really don't want to do that, because you don't want to change the fundamental direction of policy by a short-term phenomenon, but rather to isolate and respond to that short-term phenomenon.